So, since the enormous success of the first edition of analyzing my childhood comics, I figured I'd make a second. It's what the people want. The first episode is actually, I can't really believe this when I found out. It's a New York Times bestseller. I don't really know what that means. I mean, it's a video, so I'm not entirely sure how that works, but I'll take it. Apologies for my hands, by the way. I open boxes a lot at my work, and they're destroyed. The second issue is called The Attack of the Crazy Kangaroos. Crazy spelled with a K. Hopefully that was just artistic license, and I wasn't actually that bad at spelling. A little eerily familiar, this first page. I'm bored. I've played every board game with my pet kangaroo Cuckoo, completed every DS game, and read every book. There's just nothing to do. Well, did you write comics as a kid? Maybe there's something there. I don't know. You're probably assuming this is a circa 2020 Zoom interview on the news because there's a bored guy with books behind him. But it's actually it's just Professor Bo. He's got a B on his head and a B on his shirt. Just in case you forgot the first letter of his name. Now this is I always kind of every time I now and then go back to these comics, I always appreciated the the motive of the antagonist of issue 2. I feel like killing someone, of course, that's a great idea, but who shall I kill? And this is actually also the first appearance of Buster Coconut. I don't know if he's in this issue. He's not in this issue. So what appears to have happened here is, far later in the comics, I introduced a character called Buster Coconut, and essentially he was a coconut. I guess I figured I'd add some continuity to the series by just having them going back. This was the benefit of all these being hand-drawn. I could just go back and insert characters that were introduced later as if they'd always been there. Unfortunately, it makes no sense in this context, because why is Buster Coconut just in his house? Why is he there? Why did I do that? Another iconic first appearance here from a character that was in the issue the first time round, unlike a certain someone over here. Bob Boberson, because apparently every character in this universe has a name that starts with B. Today, a man who claims to be called Professor Bo was spotted cloning his pet kangaroo and sending them off to kill someone. So he was really just bored, and he felt like killing someone. So he cloned a kangaroo to kill someone. So he's not even really doing the killing, it's the kangaroo. Bob Boberson pleads with viewers to let them know if they have any information on the Professor Bo character. And here we have the first fourth wall break. Actually, second fourth wall break. He's pissed that he's not introduced until the third page. And then he just kind of moans about it, and that's the joke. And then he asks if he can come back tomorrow and try this one more time. I don't really know what that means. Is this what? Is this an addition? And then the plot starts. A kangaroo smashes the window, and here we have it, folks. He's a superhero now. You're probably wondering what in the last issue, the first issue, he was just a guy who liked cheese and spoke in the third person. Now he's a superhero. It's best not to think about it. The kangaroos are catching up. Looking pretty dire for our lead, but oh, and there's Professor Bo's lab, and it's just there, and it's signposted, and even outside there's no ground. Last time there was no floor in rooms. There's no ground. Evidenced more so by the fact that the kangaroos appear to be just hovering above everything. I guess they can bounce, so that I'll leave that alone. So he encourages the kangaroos to keep chasing him. Apparently I couldn't be bothered to draw them anymore, so I just did the arm and leg. Professor Bo's lab is open, and the keys are in the lock. Man, he really struck luck there. I appreciate that the key is expertly drawn, actually. Whoa, that's, I don't even think I could draw a key now that good. Wow, that's, Gosh, actually, I wonder if I could still, yeah, I want to see if I could draw a key anywhere near that good now. I mean, so many years on. Okay, here we go. All right, now let's compare. Yep, still got it. Obviously, we can't ignore Chewy Chum's arm. Holy cow. Holy cow, that's a good arm. The kangaroos, as you can see, run into the door while he is safe inside. His cape is boiling, as is apparently his mask. I guess after this he made a new suit that was less hot, because the heat issue, pretty sure, never comes up again in the series. Maybe he just gets used to it. Again, you might be wondering, what is the purpose of the super suit? Does it actually give him superpowers? I couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you, bud. You're asking the wrong person there. And as we already know, there's the clones. There's the clones. There's clones. So they're actually inside as well. And Professor Bo is really distraught that Cheesy Chum has uncovered his cloning machine. I just hope he doesn't find the switch. Hey, switch, I'll just turn it off. Double note, this is great. This is good stuff. So he clones himself and tells his clones to send him to jail, and they say okay, and then he's in jail. Apparently he's now in prison in some floorless, horrific void jail, but I guess that's not too different from everywhere else in this universe. Yeah, if I was making a clone machine, I would definitely print a big CM on the cloning machine. I wouldn't want to get it mixed up with like the fridge, you know. And just in case you were wondering about the fate of these clones, after they sent Professor Bo to jail, they would eventually return in issue, I guess, 11, but he's throwing away the other one. But there's two ones there that he's throwing, so God knows what I was going for there. I bet it's got a good title. I bet it's got a good title. Cheese Wars, Attack of the Clones. Read issue 2. We've read it. We're all clued in. We're all clued in. On the next issue segment of issue 2, the much anticipated crossover between my character and my friend's character was teased, and we didn't make it. It's potatoes. There's potatoes and it's Professor Joe. Sorry, that's actually a spoiler. Is that blood? Ah!